read some stories. And some of you guys um, may remember we've done some story time with Logan at youth group and stuff, and we've really enjoyed it. So we thought it'd be fun to do on a live stream. And I'm actually live right now, so uh, I can see your comments on there. I'm not going to look at those because I'm going to read to you guys. But I have a couple of books I want to read to you today. They're pretty interesting. The first one is called Hello Lighthouse. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hello Lighthouse, and it's really interesting. I feel like a lot of children's stories have morals or like a point to the story, and this one doesn't have a very clear one, but I do think it has elements that are really important for the season we're in right now. So I'm curious as I read it, if you're thinking through it, it's slow, it's interesting, it's got lots of layers, but I'm interested what you think the point is, what you think the I don't know, what are you getting out of it? I'm just curious what you think about it. So um, let's go ahead and start it. I'll try to read it and then kind of hold it up so you guys can see the pictures here. I hope I'm not making too much papery noises, but let's go ahead and get started. So this is Hello Lighthouse by Sophie Blackall. Let's get started. I love the illustrations in here. On the highest rock of a tiny island at the edge of the world stands a lighthouse. It is built to last forever, sending its light out to the sea, guiding ships on their way. From dusk to dawn, the lighthouse beams. Hello, 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 lighthouse. The new keeper arrives to replace the old, to carry on tending the light. He polishes the lens and refills the oil and trims the burned end of the wick. Throughout the night, he winds the clockwork that keeps the lamp in motion. During the day, he gives the round rooms a fresh coat of sea green paint. He writes in the logbook and threads his needle and listens to the gathering wind. The wind takes a deep breath and blows and blows. Hello, hello, hello. The keeper boils water and drinks his tea. As he fishes for cod from the window, he sets the table and hums a tune and wishes for someone to talk to. Every few days, he writes her a letter and throws it into the waves. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and waits for her reply. The sky grows dark and the waves rise and crash. Hello, hello, hello. The keeper looks through his telescope. The tender arrives, bringing oil and flour and pork and beans and his wife. He shows her around the round rooms of their house. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and sets the table for two. The fog makes everything disappear. A bell must be rung to warn the ships. Clang, clang, clang. One thick night, disaster strikes. A boat is wrecked on the rocks. Not a moment to lose, the keeper rows out. He pulls 3 sailors from the deep, black sea. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and wraps the sailors in blankets. The sea turns into a carpet of ice. Hello, hello, hello. One dawn, the keeper begins to sneeze. By dusk, he is terribly ill. His wife is everywhere, all at once, running up and down the spiral stairs. She tends the light and feeds him broth and chips ice off the lantern room windows. She sits by his side and she writes in the logbook the minute his fever breaks. The icebergs pass by on their journey south. The whales pass by on their journey north. Hello, hello, hello. Inside the lighthouse, the woman walks around and around and around. Her husband boils water and helps her breathe in and out, and he tends the light and writes in the logbook. And he notes the birth of their child. The sky erupts in swirls of green. Hello, hello, hello. The tender arrives, bringing oil and flour and pork and beans and the mail, along with fresh books and news from the land. There's an unexpected letter with the Coast Guard's seal. The keeper winds the clockwork and polishes the lens just as he's always done. He tends the light and writes in the logbook, but he knows it's not for long. Together, they watch the horizon. The Coast Guard arrives with a brand new light and installs the machine to run it. No lamp to fill, no wick to trim. The keeper's work is done. He climbs to the top of the spiral stairs and closes the logbook for good. They pack their belongings into the boat and wave farewell to the gulls. Beyond the breakers, they all look up. Goodbye, lighthouse. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. On the highest rock of a tiny island, at the edge of the world, stands a lighthouse. It is built to last forever, sending its light out to the sea. The fog rolls in and the fog rolls out. The waves rise and crash. The wind blows and blows. Hello, hello, hello. over the waves, across the bay, a light on the land beams back. Hello, 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 lighthouse. The end. Well, what do you think? What is it about? What did you get out of it? Pretty interesting, huh? I felt like it creates its own atmosphere. I'm on the lighthouse with that guy and his wife and his new kid, and it's really interesting. Themes of waiting, and I love it. Okay, so let me see. What did you guys think it's about? Oh, interesting. All right, let's read another one. You think? This one is called The Book with No Pictures. This one's this one's a little bit more silly. So this is by BJ Novak. Hey, fun fact about BJ Novak: he was one of the writers for The Office. Also, was a character in that show. So he wrote a book for kids called The Book with No Pictures. My kids love this book. It's very interesting. I'll try to get it where you guys can see the non-pictures of this. It's pretty silly. And this is the last story, and then we'll be done. But here we go. Book with No Pictures by BJ Novak. This is a book with no pictures. It might seem like no fun to have someone read you a book with no pictures. It probably seems boring and serious. Except, here's how books work. Everything the words say, the person reading the book has to say. No matter what. That's the deal. That's the rule. So that means even if the words say blork. Wait, what? That doesn't even mean anything. Blurf. Wait a second. What? This isn't the kind of book I wanted to read. I have to say every word the book says? Oh. I am a monkey who taught myself to read. Hey, I'm not a monkey. And now I'm reading you this book with my monkey mouth and my monkey voice. That's not true. I'm not a monkey. Yes, I am a monkey. Also, I am a robot monkey. What? And my head is made of blueberry pizza. Wait a second. Is this whole book a trick? Can I stop reading, please? No? And now it's time for me to sing to you my favorite song. A song, really? Do I have to sing? I have to sing a glug, 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 my face is a bug. I eat ants for breakfast right off the rug. What? This book is ridiculous. Can I stop reading yet? No? There are more pages? I have to read the rest of this? My only friend in the whole wide world is a hippo named Boo Boo Butt. Boo Boo Butt? Really? And also, the kids I'm reading this book to are the best kids ever in the history of the entire world. Oh, really? You think so? And these kids are the smartest kids too, because this kid chose this book even though it had no pictures. Because kids know this is the book that makes grown-ups have to say silly things. And make silly sounds like, oh no, here it comes. Glurgawako magrumpfadoo. Aye, aye, aye. Brug, brug, brug. Oomph, eemph. Blaggity, blaggity, glippity, gloppity, gloppity, glippity, beep, boop. Badungy face. Oh my goodness. Please don't ever make me read this book again. It is so silly. In fact, it's completely and utterly preposterous. Next time, please, 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 please choose a book with pictures. Please? Because this is just too ridiculous to read. The end. Bonk. I didn't want to say that. The end. There you have it. Those are your 2 books for Story Time with Logan. I am so happy I got to be here with you guys today. Um, we love you guys so much. We love having fun with you. We love reading stories to you. We love live streaming. Hey, we've been doing a Zoom call after Heights at Night on Wednesdays. You should totally be part of if we keep doing that. And then also a couple of announcements. Next week, our live stream for next Thursday is actually going to be a Q&A. You can ask us anything, me, Nick, Nathan, and Ann Wolf. And you can type in whatever question you want. You can ask us anything. We'll do our best to answer it. Silly, serious, whatever in between. We can't wait to be with you guys next week. That's Thursday, same place, same time, 4:00 on YouTube. Here, watching live. We'll answer your questions. And then our biggest, most exciting announcement, I'm super stoked about this actually, is that next Wednesday, we're going to do our last youth group of the semester. Like normally we'd be having the Quasi Quadacy Cookout. Some of you guys know what that is. But because we can't be together, we can't have a cookout, we're going to actually try to get everybody together on a giant Zoom call. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's okay. We'll figure it out for you. We'll let you know how to do it. But our goal is to get 100% of you guys at youth group together. We're going to have games. We're going to have a short Devo. We're going to pray for the 8th graders and celebrate those seniors graduating. It's going to be really cool. We're super excited about it. We're even there's this cool thing we can do where we split up into our small groups and have some like activities and discussion in your small groups. You don't want to miss it. Surely you're going to be there. This is so much better than just playing yet another round of Fortnite or whatever it is you're doing. We really want you to be there. So that's next Wednesday at 7:30 until about 8:30 or later. If your group goes late, that's great. But we really want you to be there. We want you to figure that out. We're going to be sending tons of information on our Facebook, on Instagram, and all that stuff, letting you guys know how to do that. But well, it's been a great story time with Logan. I love being able to read to you guys. Love interacting with you guys. You are deeply loved by this church family, and most importantly, you're deeply loved by God. We miss you so much. We can't wait to be together again. So in the meantime, let's talk. Join our Zoom calls. Stay tuned to this channel. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later.